Well, let's just quickly spend some time to look at some of the messages that we're getting on Twitter. Jude Thaddeus says, Happy New Year, guys. Thanks for always updating us with the happenings back home. He's talking about back home because Thaddeus is not in Nigeria. Jude Thaddeus Obaze sends us this tweet from Nicosia in Cyprus. All right, he's a regular contributor to Sports Tonight. So we'll just pause on that a little bit. Let's come back to you now very quickly. Let's come home. What's happening at home? Let's talk about the teams. Let's focus on the teams on the continent.
Champions.
Yeah, the teams on the continent. We have four of them. Enyimba, Dolphins, Warri Wolves,
and Kano Pillars.
And Kano Pillars. All right, let's talk about Dolphins. What's going on in Dolphins?
Well, I saw this story that Bayelsa United top scorer last season, Peter Ibimobowe, got 18 goals.
Fantastic player.
Yes, has moved on to Dolphins. I had to put a call across to an official of Dolphins. He confirmed to me. He said they have done the paperwork, but they are going to abide by CAF criteria that every player you're going to use for the CAF Confederation Cup or the CAF competition has to get an official clearance from a summer club. So that's what they're sorting out now, because it's been registered for the CAF Confederation Cup.
It's part of the club licensing requirement of CAF.
You have to clear
proper clearance of players
so that we don't have controversy. We know the controversies of
Nigeria's had a good share of it. Manuel Daniel.
Yes, and of course Sunday Mba and the rest of them. So they are trying to sort that out, and if that is sorted out, because it's going to be an international.
We will be playing for Dolphins next season.
Of course. I don't know what.
And it's due to the CAF Confederation Cup because they played for Bayelsa
as a replacement, according to Dolphins, for Edwards. He's a good player, a very good player. He scored
fantastic goal.
He scored hat-trick twice last season. He scored close to 4 times last season.
And I think he scored up to 19 goals last season.
18 goals.
18 goals last season.
18 goals last season.
So he's coming in to replace somebody who scored 20. The difference is marginal.
It's marginal, but he's still a very good player. Has a height. People said he scored most time penalties. How many penalties has he scored? That's a big question, but it's a good buy for Dolphins just to strengthen their squad. I hope
since they are losing Edwards,
yes,
somebody should come in to replace.
And that's the way of replacing a player who has done so much for your club.
Okay, Enyimba, what's going on in the camp of Enyimba?
Enyimba, there's this report that because Enyimba, of course, they still want to keep the bulk of their players.
Okay.
But they want to add up. They want to add one player from Nembe City. That's Emmanuel Egessi. Nembe City's top scorer last season.
Okay.
So Emmanuel Egessi is joining up with Enyimba this season. So Enyimba is preparing. There is no way this club will prepare because they know what's at stake. The league is starting unofficially or officially on the 7th. CAF Confederation Cup first preliminary round to start 13th up to 15th. So they have to prepare ahead of time. So that's just Enyimba. That's the only transfer Enyimba for now. For Kano Pillars, there's a news that they've dropped 10 players, and those players are very key members of Kano Pillars' run last season and this season. Last 2 seasons, last 2013 and 2014, they dropped them. Part of the a member of the player, one of their regulars in the past, that's Amani Nazifi, was asked to leave the club. Kingsley Udo.
Wow.
Kabir Umar was asked to leave the club.
Kabir Umar?
Yes, and
these are top players of
Fofamata was asked to leave the club. These are 3 players who played at one point for Atlant. Before they moved to Kano Pillars, so they have to leave the club. Well, they just have to ship in some players so that you can get in new players. The players they've gotten in the first one was Samuel Swanya for Bayelsa United. They got Gaspar Nepio, a wonderful midfielder from Aqua United, teaming up with his former teammate, that's Ubon Gaspar, who moved on for Aqua missing last year. We have Christian Obiozo from Rangers International, the guy that scored the only goal.
A member of the Super Eagles team as well.
A member of the Chan team. He scored that goal against Zimbabwe that gave us the bronze at the Chan in South Africa. Tony John Maregwe of Nassau United, a member of the Super Eagles, and of course Ruben Ogbunaya of Air Academy Warriors.
All right, so those teams, in short, what we're saying is that both teams are getting ready. Enyimba are getting ready, recruiting, and of course Kano Pillars are also getting ready, recruiting, getting ready for continental challenges next year. Saeed, how far do you see these clubs go?
It's not. I was about saying this now. It's not just all about the recruiting. We know of
blending.
We know of a club in England that recruited, and at the end of the day, are not even doing anything at all. So we expect them not just to recruit, but blend them well, get these players together, get the preparation as early as possible. We want them to go all out in the CAF Champions League. We need to win this. We need to win this competition again. We need to win the CAF Confederations Cup again. Not just signing, and at the end of the day, nothing happens.
I think that's the challenge. Saeed has laid down the mark. He's drawn the marker on the ground for the teams on the continent. Go out there and deliver. Let me spend a few minutes to read some of your tweets. Charlie at Engrame Engrame says, congratulations to Enyama. It is well deserved. Hopefully, it's a prelude to the bigger one on Thursday. Kudos to your team also. Thank you very much. T-Man at Fasonya T says, congrats to Vincent Enyama as the best goalkeeper in France. Nigeria is proud of him, and we are also proud of him. That's Nigeria as well. Enebeli Kenneth says, Happy New Year to Nigerian sport. I pray this year will be better than last year, sport-wise. Not just sport-wise, in every area. National life. We hope that this year will be a lot better than last year. All right? And Kozim Gatuso Raji at Kazi 007 says, congratulations to Vincent. It was outstanding in the year 2014, but he will need a bit of luck to win the Glow Cup Awards ahead of Yaya Toure. Okay? What can we say? We can only hope and keep our fingers crossed. Thursday is not too far. Let's see what happens around all of that. We'll go on a quick break now. And during the break, we'll be bringing you something from Spain. It's about a club that is breaking all kinds of records. We're talking about Real Madrid. This weekend, Real Madrid will be playing to have 26 consecutive victories. And that's amazing for Real Madrid. We'll take a break, bring you some highlights of how they performed at the FIFA World Club Cup. We'll come back, take you to Europe, talk about European football before we bring Tunde Ogunshiku on Sports Tonight. Join us again.